Hi, it's me again. I'm very passionate about this, but uh, so again, I'm gonna talk about black holes until another idea pops in. But there's another one that I also got really interested in when it comes to my studies. Independent research was about quasars, and some people, kind of like when they say quasar, they mean like some other celestial object, but no, it's a black hole. Is a black hole. So pretty much what's the difference between a quasar and a regular black hole is that the only difference is that a black hole, a quasar, is eating something, right? And the quasars are very, very sloppy eaters. Just think of them as pigs. All of it. Just think all of them as pigs. Eating stuff left and right, having material ejecting from their mouths left and right. And so when it comes to these quasars, they form a secretion, they form a disk of a whole lot of material. But sometimes these black holes have material, but they don't, you know, particularly eat it either because they're out of the range of being sucked in, of rotating around the black hole itself, or just simply is like it's dormant for the time being until something else disturbs it. But with that being said, so a quasar, there's very two different. It's a very very, uh, how should I say? It's very obvious between the quasar and the black hole, is that the quasar has two tubes, protruding each one of its sides from the northern and southern pole, and they're just very like light years, long. That it can be very very long, right? So, and between these very ginormous tubes, right? These tubes is ejecting material. It's just the black hole that got very sloppy with its food, and it starts ejecting it from its mouth. Considering it's a black hole, everything is its mouth. So it's just a giant mouth. So when it starts protruding the tubes of very concentrated material, just ejecting from it like a jet. Just think of a jet. When it's turning on, see those blue flames going on. Just think of that, but two tubes secreting from each side. One tube secreting from each side, having the explanation having one long tube. But anyways, so the quasar in question, it can be a very very dangerous thing, especially when it comes to planets and all that stuff that gets nearby. So let's say a quasar starts pumping up, right? Starts eating, a black hole starts eating, material left and right. But because how concentrated that mass is, right, or the energy of those tubes, it's can potentially just wipe out an entire planet. Just think of a giant Death Star. That's what the black hole can potentially be. It's just a giant Death Star for those cosmic tubes. Because if one of those like very concentrated beams were to hit Earth, Earth would just evaporate. And or if it's farther away from us, but some of the energy still comes toward us, just think of a giant EMP, like a solar flare, right? But just coming from a black hole. So that's pretty much what it'd be. And I find that very, very cool, but also very scary. But in all sense, I just incredible in how it is. So, with that being said, I'm gonna study more, especially onto neutron stars and pulsars. So that's pretty much what I want to talk about for the time being. So that being said, see you.